Assalamu alaikum dear students. I am your teacher Mohammad Zubair Shahbaz. Today we are going to see our next topic, that is using the scientific method. Using the scientific method is very important from as far as our examination point of view. Obviously it plays a very important role and a vital role, and most of the questions are being given from this chapter and in group 1 or in group 2, in morning group or in evening group. So you will have to be very careful about the preparation as far as this topic is concerned. This topic is, as we know, that is based on 4 points. Number 1, the better control of diseases. Number 2, more food and better food. Number 3, better attitude, and as well as how we can make our ways of transportation and the communication better. And as well as the most important thing is that the better sanitary conditions. With the passage of time, how much development have been made in every field as far as our atmosphere is concerned, that is prevailing all around us. As far as the first point is concerned, that is better control of diseases. This point of view were better, very much important, as far as obviously as much I must say that from the examination point of view. Why? Because approximately 60% question is asked from this point. How and why? Because if we imagine that this topic or this point mean the better control of diseases, this point is based on approximately 200 years ago. It means that this topic makes a clear-cut comparison between the more than 200 years ago and as well as the present time, the present age. There is a huge difference. Why? Because if we see in our past, then we see that in our past medical field was not as much as developed as it is nowadays. Why? Because in the most of the past year, I'm talking about the past years, that if suppose anybody or you or I would have been born approximately 100, 100, 150, 150 years ago, or at least, then there would be very slightly chance, or our life as it would have become concerned about that, there would be only one child who would be capable to meet his first year at a time. It means that a rough calculation shows that out of 8 babies, 7 babies would have died at a time due to different kind of diseases: cholera, smallpox, whooping cough, yellow fever, etc., and different kind of diphtheria, typhus, etc. as well. Obviously, medical field was not as much improved as at that time, so there were very slightly chance that only one child would reach at his first age. As far as his war against his diseases were concerned, would not have been finalized. Would have not been finished at that time. By the age of 12, definitely he would have been involved or caught smallpox. And then smallpox, just like measles, these are the such diseases that once it started, it covers the whole society. Why? Because there were very slightly measurements, precautions, cares obviously at that time. So that is why most of the people died in a very early age, either in the early age or in a very young age as well. If a person reached at the age of 30 years, he would have been considered the luckiest person in his life. Why? Because from the physical point of view, he must be a very strong person. So when we see all these things and compare all these things with the present age, So we find a huge difference. Why? Because now in our age, the present time, babies are born into the hospitals, and there was a no proper arrangement of the hospitality as far as the babies were concerned, were concerned. But now just like a different kind of injections concerning about the diseases are injected into the child, either before their birth or very after their birth, so that they may not fall in any kind of strange disease as well. Now there is a huge difference, and all these possibility, and the hospitals are very neat and clean. They are cleaned on a regular basis, and there was no any when we compared them with the past hospitality. So there was obviously there is a very huge difference between the past time and as well as into the present time, and all these things are to be considered properly arranged by the use of the scientific methods as well. As far as a human person's life is concerned, scientific method has added approximately at least 30 to 35 years in a person's life. Why? Because if a person dies at the age of 30, now a person dies at the age of 70 or 75 years. It means that 30 to 35 years have been added due to the scientific method as far as the medical facilities are concerned. And when we see and when we compare all these things, all these conditions with the past conditions as well. From there, I do hope that you must have understood this topic or asked today. Inshallah, I do hope that you must have a very clear idea about the today's topic as well, the better control of diseases, and inshallah it will help you a lot. So say goodbye to you all. Take care of yourself. Thank you. See you in next lecture. Allah Hafiz.